Laughter and bright lights shine onto the street, dancing on the pavement as she moves her feet. Sundays are meant for goodwill, they always have been. She's always been so lively, has love for old tunes, from the coasters to the blues. Yet they say nothing lasts, and it couldn't be more true. Slowly simple things slip away. A single doctor's visit enough to change all she knew. Your head has become hostage to a merciless illness. Dementia has taken residence, slowly eating away your brain. You'll become more powerful as time goes on. We can give you this and that, but I'm sorry to say there's no cure. I freeze in place and turn to see confusion and fear transcribed in my mother's eyes, words which come to mind with imposing shock go unsaid. My mother, strong and firm, slowly falls apart, at the mercy of brain cells which dampened her spark. And with the death of every neuron, she seems a little less there. Finally, the dreaded conversation. An institution, some formal arrangements for care, to ensure my mother's health when I'm not there. It breaks my heart to see her give in, finally accepting her vulnerability and fading skin. It's for the best, I tell her, but oh, if only I could be by her side. But my job is far from this place, and I can't be in two places at a time. They admitted her a few months ago. She seemed quite withdrawn at times, reluctant to eat her greens and dismissive of daily activities we provide. Her intake of vitamin D is looking slightly concerning. We may have to schedule her for a blood test, as her appetite remains dormant beyond the medical recommendation time. Although her vitals remain well, her mind is steadily declining. She often drones some incomprehensible sentences out loud. Hoarse orange-coloured stars in fields of lemon and rice were her latest words, muttering it thrice. Last weekend, she showed evidence of defiance. Usually quite willing, this time she refused, crying out, "Leave me alone, God knows what they put in medication now." I knew I shouldn't have taken this shift, she's always so difficult at noon. Time passes, slipping away like sand seeping through a strain. Some say possessions are a part of us, yet I never understood that phrase until all I owned was taken away to be stored in a dusty nook. I never had dreamed old age to be so stale, full of ache, repetition, and blank spaces, and threading over low iron intake. Each day feels strange and unfamiliar. Suddenly, panic, a memory succumbs my mind, a vision of galloping through the fields in my younger years. I shouldn't be in these sterile rooms inhaling the scents of ammonia. Where is the lavender, the green fields? Months go by, some mumbling around. We're moving you to the Margaret flats as your mobility is declining. Do you understand? I feel myself a blur, a timid yes. Wait, why am I here again? Uneventful days pass. The nurses hand me a letter to read. It's from the beginning of your stay. You wrote some poetry. How strange. I was a poet, they say? In her dreams, she used to see herself living peacefully near the lake, where even if she lapsed into the dark, she would arrive back to feel love radiating the cosy abode, and unknowingly be proud to have lived in the way she had planned. Oh, how she had wished she could have made her own decisions, weave her own cape, and fly, fly, fly away to a place afar. Fly from the disdain, from the pain and the unfamiliar sounds, from the bleak awareness of being only half present. She longs for her wisdom to have flourished, to be valued even in her strife, to be reunited with her husband and recall her daughter's name. Perhaps then she could hear her contagious laugh again. For even though she may not always remember their faces in this alien place, she notices their eyes are always begging to be understood. Oh, how she wished she could. Then maybe, she would say, I'm still human. I always have been. A flickering, a faint spark of recognition. The words, they seem sort of familiar. But then again, what would I know? I don't even know my own name.